Hi there. I'm Dr. Vlad, a general pediatrician specializing in autism for children. Today I want to discuss a term known as profound autism. Autism is currently described as being on a spectrum from small challenges, more severe difficulties, and a mix of everything in between. Within the current diagnostic criteria for autism, there are subclass classifications, as we mentioned in our video before, which come with the degree of support that is necessary, mainly levels 1, 2, and 3. One thing that we do know for sure is that about 1 in every 4 individuals on the spectrum will have lifelong needs for support and will not be able to live independently because of their social and communication challenges. The interesting thing that we have learned from individuals with more severe manifestations of autism is that the distribution is there's an equal number of males who have severe symptoms of autism and females, which is quite unique because historically, when we have looked at the rates of autism, there has been a 4-to-1 predominance leaning more towards boys, looking at overall rates of autism. To me, that probably means we're missing a lot of the lower level of girls on the autism spectrum. So the needs of individuals with more severe forms of autism are different and more substantial than everyone else on the spectrum. For this reason, there was a recommendation by a commission of experts in 2021 to create a new classification system where instead of everyone being classified as being on the spectrum or not on the spectrum, that we divide it into 2 categories. The first category is being on the spectrum, and the second one, for individuals who are more severely affected, they call profound autism. In order to be classified as having profound autism, you would need to meet 3 criteria. 1, having an IQ that's less than 50, having minimum or no language skills at all, and having a need for 24-hour supervision due to risk of either self-harm or harming other individuals. The reason for this new proposed classification is to improve the quality of lives of individuals with autism and their families. Historically, these individuals have been excluded from research studies, and the current climate of closing down facilities which may be best suited for their challenging needs currently ignores the struggles that these families are facing. This current climate is advocated for by individuals who are on the spectrum, but on the other end of the spectrum with less severe manifestations of the condition. Now, one of the downsides of the new proposed criteria is that many autism advocates fear how funds will be allocated for individuals on the spectrum by insurance companies and government insurance programs. The fear is that resources may be taken away from individuals who are not classified as having profound autism and instead diverted towards those with profound autism. Interestingly enough, this was a historical fear that happened when the DSM-4 criteria for autism, where it had pervasive developmental disorder, NOS, Asperger's syndrome, and autism, when it all got lumped together in the DSM-5 of being autism spectrum, we had that same fear that there may have been a loss of funding for some individuals. In reality, that never came to pass. It was not true. So this recommendation was proposed about 3 years ago, and the criteria have not yet been changed in the way we diagnose autism. Of course, terminology is always the starting point, but it depends on how things are implemented, because that is where the rubber meets the road. You could have the best of intentions, but if you don't execute on them, it doesn't really make a difference. The ideal situation, in my eyes, would be to have the proper amount of support and resources distributed among individuals based on their needs, and more importantly, at the earlier parts of their lifespan, so that they don't have excessive needs later on in life that could have been avoided if they had intervention early in life, allowing individuals to gain independence, autonomy, and self-esteem, Just as with everything else, when it comes to individuals with autism, an ounce of preventing their challenges and struggle is worth far more than a pound of cure, which means having to give them many, many more services later on in life because we miss the opportunities to help them far more impactfully early on in early childhood. For parents living in New York State, navigate autism with confidence. Call our office and empower your child's development with proven strategies and compassionate care. If you learned something from this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below and leave a comment to help spread the word. Picture a world where your child gets access to the appropriate resources they need based on their levels of need. However we get this fair distribution of resources, it will take everyone's collective efforts working together to help all children thrive.